Event Wish, Epitome Invocation. Oh, new banners. Let's talk about these. So the weapon banner, we've got Haran and the Staff of Scarlet Sands, which are expected. We've got Fav Lion's Roar, Widsith, Fav Lance, and Fav Greatsword. This is a wow. This is a really good weapon banner. Literally, like, the worst weapon is the Lion's Roar, and it's not even that bad. Fav Bow, Widsith, Fav Lance, and Fav Greatsword. So 3 Fav, a good Catalyst, and like an okay-ish sword. Huh. So, I mean, you could use this sword on like Kaching, you could use it on Bennett, you could even use it on Jing Cho if you've got enough energy recharge on him, and you're using him in like a national team because he's always hitting something affected by Pyro. You could even use it on an Electro Charge team because he's always hitting something affected by either Pyro or Electro in just about every team he's running in. Outside of like Freeze basically. So this is very solid for a weapon banner, and these weapons are both pretty good. You've got a sword with like crit and some other stuff, and then Staff of Scarlet Sands. Both are pretty general weapons. They're not like super amazing each, but they're really nice. The spear has very high crit rate. At 90 it's 44, and it's got 542 base attack, which is on the lower end for a 5-star weapon. But the passive is pretty useful for just about everyone, and the Haran's also not bad either. So this is a pretty solid weapon banner. So I would say if you're just like itching to wish on a weapon banner, even though they're always a trap, don't like wish on a weapon banner unless you are fine with like both weapons and a lot of the 4 stars. This is a good example of like a good weapon banner. So both 5 stars are good, not like amazing, not the best in the world, but both are good. And then the 4 stars are all great, like Fav Lance, great. There's not too many characters that want to use, like, there's not too many good Claymore supports, unfortunately. But for the ones that are good supports, they all appreciate Fav a lot, like Sayu. Fav Warbow is very good for characters like Yelan. It's one of her best weapons. It's also really good for Diona, very good for Faruzan, very good for basically any bow support character outside of like Fischl, because she doesn't need that much energy recharge and the base attack's kind of low. And then Fav Lance is great on like everyone. I wish I had like 5 R5 Fav Lances because I just want to give them to every single spear character I have. Xiangling, Jingqiu, Yao Yao, Candice, Mika, like every spear character I can think of, Yunjin, like they all want Fav Lance pretty much. And let's see who the 4 stars are. Kirara, Kuki, and Xiangling for both Ayato and Cyno. These are pretty good banners. Both the weapon and the character banners are actually pretty good. And this is very interesting. Okay. They're definitely trying to like drain your primos with these for sure. Because Xiangling, one of the best characters in the game, you already get her for free, but her Constellation 4 is extremely strong. Kuki, extremely good character for Hyper Bloom. C0 is very good, but her C2 is also a huge like power spike for her because she has no cooldown on her skill essentially. Or better said, she has 100% uptime on her skill because the cooldown and the uptime both end up being 15 seconds. Kirara is a character a lot of people like a lot. She is very fun in the overworld. Not quite as useful as a Dendro character like Yao Yao, and it's hard to kind of use her in teams. She is a Dendro shield character, which is nice, but it's hard to use her effectively, though she is extremely fun. So Xiangling and Kuki are both the really good characters to go for here. For your 4 stars, Kirara is not bad. And then if you did want Ayato, or if you wanted Cyno, these banners are really nice. Especially because you can use basically all these characters with Ayato. With Cyno, a little bit less. Like, it's harder to use Kirara with Cyno. Her shield doesn't last very long. It's like the typical shield length, about 12 seconds. Unlike the 20 seconds or so that Cyno wants to be on field. So you might have to cut his rotation short. And then if you're running Ayato, or if you like Ayato, he does well with just about all these characters because his stance does not last nearly as long as Cyno wants to be on field. So you could run Kirara with him. And if you got like Kirara and Kuki from this and then got Ayato, you could do like Kirara, Dendro Traveler, Kuki, and have a very solid Hyper Bloom team. You could also do like Dendro Traveler, Ayato and Xiangling and have like a Burgeon sort of vaporized burning team. So these are very, very solid banners. If you are newer and you're thinking about going for these characters, if you like them, I think these are pretty solid banners to go for. I would recommend going for the Ayato banner more if you're newer, with the caveat that you cannot get him over level 40 until you get to Inazuma, which is a big, big pain that I hope gets fixed sometime in the future, because you can run and you can get Cyno leveled up and everything, because you can get the Sumeru at like AR5, which I had like a video of me running there just after I got like Kaya and Lisa at like the earliest point in the game. So you can get Cyno early, you can build him up with a Dendro Traveler, but I think Ayato offers a lot more flexibility, so I think I'd recommend him for more players. And there's also the big rumors that Raiden will be rerunning in 4.3, so should you go for Ayato or Raiden? I think that's like a personal choice. I would personally recommend going for Raiden more, but Ayato is a very, very good character, especially with the advent of Dendro being so strong, and Hydro and Dendro just working really well for Burgeon, Hyper Bloom, then Ayato's ability to also do a Vaporize team. You could even do him like Freeze if you wanted to. Electrocharge Ayato is also pretty strong. You can also run him as like a Hyper Carry with Yunjin, even though I don't really like that team that much. I like the reaction teams a lot more, but very, very solid character overall. So pretty good banners, unless you're committed to saving for a specific character. If you are newer and you just want to wish, I think these are very solid banners to go for. So I'm glad that Hoyo made some decent banners. It does kind of get me concerned about the Raiden banner though, because I think that means the upcoming banners in patch 4.3 will be really bad. Usually what happens is Hoyo does good 4 stars on a banner and then bad 4 stars on the next banner, and they swap. So it goes like good 4 stars, bad 4 stars, good 4 stars, bad 4 stars, like mid-level banner, strong banner. So this kind of gets me worried about what might be coming on a potential Raiden banner. We can probably assume Kujo Sara is going to come there, but I don't know about the other 2 characters. So I am kind of curious about that, and slightly worried for the people who want Raiden. Though I have to say, overall, very solid. If you are wishing for these characters, best luck, hope you get them early. If you are wishing for the weapon banner, remember it's always a trap, but this is a much better version of the weapon banner than what we typically get. I am actually tempted to wish on it, even though I don't need either the Huron or the Spear, but I kind of want more Fav weapons. So I may wish on this, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's my evaluation of these banners. Pretty decent.